Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Hunter and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Hunter's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and the little bits of motivation that we give him when we're working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash. He keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand, which leaves his left hand free to give any little correction that's needed. And the only correction that we give here is a little tug and release on his training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Hunter is at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that they're demonstrating for us is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Hunter heel. At this point, Hunter has a job to do. And it's very windy out here today, so there's lots of distractions. Leaves blowing around, birds in the trees. So there's a lot going on back here. And only Hunter's owners will know what an accomplishment this has been with him. Rich leaves him in a sit-stay, which is a hand and a voice command. It is a stationary exercise, so we do not use his name. Your job at home is going to be to lengthen out the amount of time he can hold it in the distance that you can go, and you can practice your stationary commands indoors as well as outdoors. Heeling, he's a pretty big dog. You probably have to go outside to do it. The sit stays and down stays can be practiced right in the comfort of your living room. And if you notice, when Rich turns, he turns. When Rich stops, he sits. So you should be walking him and not him walking you.
Stay.
Another sit, stay.
Stay.
And your job is to keep him focused on you like Rich is doing. He's very attentive. And you can tell, tail's up and wagging. He's not being submissive by any means, but he's doing what he's been taught to do. Hunter is just full of energy
Stay.
all the time.
Stay.
Another sit, stay. Another come on command, and if you notice, Rich was very quiet with his recall to keep him all four on the floor. Because if you get overexcited in your interaction with him, that just amps him up. Nice heeling. Now we're using a mat, and you can have a mat in your home. This is your down on command, and we are using a little bit of treats to get him to lay down and to stay on his mat. And you can have a mat in your home or a dog bed, something that he has a visual. This is your place, and this is where you go to down and stay. And he's very focused on Rich. Rich returns back to his shoulders, gives him a little pat for praise, not over the top with your praise. He goes back to his place. He sits great. Down we have to do just a little bit of bribery. If you practice at home, you'll get to the point that you don't have to use food with his down. And if Rich feels like he's losing his focus, he'll take a step in to get him back focused on him. He calls him out of that, and he comes and sits. So we have demonstrated for you some of Hunter's new skills: his heel, his sit stay, his sit stay and come, and his place and down and stay. He has come a very, very long way, and with practice he will continue to improve. We want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company. Happy holidays, and we will see you soon.